Hello, everybody. It is I, the Randy Chavez, and I'm coming at you with a long form podcast. This is just an idea. So, my friend Justin, his stepdad Rob, I thought it was the stupidest thing at the time. He's like, you know what? I have some pretty good ideas, and he made a card. He spent maybe like $100 printing out like 1,000 cards that says Rob, whatever his name was, Idea Man. Had like a picture of a light bulb, got his number, his name. I was like, that is freaking stupid. I was like 14, 15. I was like, what the actual fudge are you thinking? But now I'm thinking, like, I have a million ideas. Like, and most of them are just god awful garbage. But some of them, like investing most of my money into Tesla or creating a new business with Pokemon cards with the profits from the old business. I even had an idea to make women's dresses and women's pants with deep pockets, good pockets, because you know what I see every single time where a woman has a dress with pockets. They're like, oh, nice dress, thanks, it has pockets, and then they show you where the pockets are. I was like they are so proud, women, of the pockets that come with dresses. If they have good pockets with their pants, I was like, I wanted to make a clothing line. Now I came to this idea in like January, February of 2020, and I was like, okay, so here's what I can do. And like my goal was to make the Pokemon business first. So I made the Pokemon business partly because I mostly because I knew what I was doing, and I felt like, okay, there's a lot of untapped revenue here, and partly because, like, okay, I can use those funds to launch a clothing line which is much more scalable than you can only collect so many Pokemon cards, but you can scale and make a lot more money in especially women's clothes. Like, women will eat this shit up. But then, COVID happened, and then it's like, okay, starting a clothing company is probably going to be the worst timing with COVID, because you're going to have to be, in the fabric. People are all sewing next to each other. It's like, okay, that's not going to work, at least right now. But I have a lot of ideas, and, like I said, most of them meh, but some of them very, very good. And I had, in like 2017, 2018, I said, okay, based on what I can earn now, I should be able to be a millionaire by the time I'm 40. And this is when I was 27, 26, 27, 28, 20. So I'm thinking, like, okay, I could do that. And then every 6 months to a year, okay, let's say September of 2017. I start here. Here's my goal in September of 2018. Oh, I hit that in like February of 2018. Oh, so I got to move this goal up, this goal up, this goal up. All right, here's my goal for February of 2019. I hit that in August or September of 2018. So my goals are, I was like, okay, so if I do this by this date, millionaire by 40, and then it changed to 39, 38, 37. And now I'm 29 now. I'm about to be 30 very, very soon. And I think I can do it by the time I'm 35. So millionaire by 35. And the goal, Stephen Mark Ryan from Solving the Money Problem posted a question on Twitter before. And for those of you that know, I've said this probably about 30 times before on a bunch of my other videos. This is for, I guess it's for whatever. You guys know what I want to do. For those of you that don't know, brief Spark Notes version is I want to buy land in Madagascar, and I want to, because Madagascar happens to have the most amount of endangered species in that, in one area. I could buy a plot of land. I don't know how many acres I can buy. However much you could buy, like if you're a Madagascarian, you're from Madagascar, you can buy how much or how little land you want. There's no minimum. You can buy whatever land you want. If you're a foreigner, it costs $500,000. So buy however much land $500,000 gets me. Mostly where it's going to be, endangered species. Make that a conservation area. I don't know how good they are with combating poaching or whatever. I might have to bring in outside security or me. And if I'm just going to do that, I'll hire a couple friends, ex-military buddies of mine. Like, all right, let's go security for a little while until others follow or whatever. But, and I was like, okay, so maybe by 2030, I can. Well, I also wanted to buy a house for people in Kanab, Utah, that there's Best Friends Animal Society. They do wonderful work for animals, and I wanted to build a house for them and rent it out very, very cheap, because it's really hard, rising house prices, and I feel like those people, well, they work really hard, they don't get paid a ton, and they shouldn't have to worry about the rent being too damn high. So it's like, okay, let me do that for them, and then Madagascar by 2030, maybe 2035 by land there. But now that if I can become a millionaire by the time I'm 35, use half of it, for that land in Madagascar, because Best Friends Animal Society, part of the reason why I was doing that for Best Friends was because their goal is to make every shelter in the U.S. a no-kill shelter by 2025. Even if they don't get it by 2025, they'll do it before 2030. Like they will get it done. So a lot of their goals have been reached. I don't really need to do much there. I still donate because I do, but that's just something that I thoroughly enjoy. And also every milestone I reach, I'll donate $100. Like when I reached 100 subscribers, I donated $100. I think the winner, it was just whoever voted the most. It was like St. Jude's Hospital. And when I reach 500 subscribers, I'll do the same thing. I'll donate $100 to whatever you guys choose. But this is what it all comes down to. For those of you that are in my Patreon, well, also because I do all this data for free. I think you guys just like that. But also because everything helps. Everything goes into investing. Say more than 90% of what I make either goes into investing or charity, and the rest goes to. Well, you have again. That's not what I make from YouTube. I make like $18 a month from Patreon members, but from my first job, which is investing in businesses and people's businesses. Like I don't like invest in like Starbucks or Walmart. I take MK Auto guy Matthew Hepart. He's a friend now. I met him in 2017. Says, hey, I do an auto body repair shop. I need funds for a new lift or a paint booth, and I like his business. I was like, good, here you go. I'll give you my money. Just pay it back, and he does. So anytime he needs something, I'm there for him. Same thing with Herman's Auto down in New Mexico. Same thing with Really Robbins Transportation over in Massachusetts. I accrue so many of these people. Yankee Construction. Is he in Mass as well? Is he in Rhode Island? I forget. I think he's in Massachusetts as well. Just all these people. You invest in people, and that's what I love. I'm not investing in like a corporation that they have to hit their quarterly revenue earnings and they have to do this. No, they're just people, the backbone of America, that try to get work done, and no one else is going to give them money. But part of what I do, what I specialize in, is saying like, okay, a lot of these people that I get in contact with, there's a reason why no one's giving them money. But for a decent amount of them, I can tell like, okay, listen, the reason you guys are getting declines because your credit's this way, and your credit's this way not because you're taking your credit cards and you're going on vacation, you're doing this. No, you need to buy materials for your next job. If you're in construction, and you have to, that money that you have cash, you have to pay your guys because you're still waiting on like $30,000 from the last job you completed, and you don't want to say like, hey guys, no work for a couple weeks. No, they have families to feed, they have bills to pay, so you need to find more work. They finds more work, needs materials for that job, take out credit cards to buy those materials at Home Depot, because that person that he completed the job for, they're not paying him yet. So he does it because he has to, because his workers have families to feed, and that's where I come in. No money, and the reason why because he used his money to pay his people, and he bought the materials on credit, so his credit goes down because his utilization goes up. I was like, okay, that makes sense. That's why your credit's like that. It's not because you made poor decisions, because you sacrifice your personal credit for your overall success of the business. And I love that. I love it when people sacrifice for the greater good. All about that. Maybe it's the military in me. Maybe it's just because it's the right thing to do. So I say, okay, I'll give you money, just pay me back, and that's how I make it. And I'm never giving away like millions of dollars. I don't have that. Most times it's like $5-6 grand. And I do it with guys at the office. If we need to raise 30 or 50 grand, we all give them a piece. And it's a privilege to do that, like helping build America, helping rebuild after certain things. But a lot of construction, a lot of trucking guys. LaSalle Grocery, the ones that their community depended on them to keep their grocery shelves stocked. Okay, yeah, we need that. We'll give you as much money as you need because you're doing a service, and they're not going to go out of business. And trucking, Victor, Missouri, M&M Trucking, guy, he takes grocery stores from where they need to go. These guys just out there, and I know this is going on and on about my clients and stuff, but I love that. I love them, and just saying, it's a privilege to work with them. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. I'm going off on so many different tangents. But yeah, ideas to be able to, if you have an idea and you think it's going to work, just go for it. Just try it, especially if you're young. Because if you're young, your risk tolerance is so high. You try something. You could have done whatever you wanted until you were 26. You could have gone from job to job. You could have just been like a starving artist. You could have worked at Starbucks, Target, wherever you wanted. January 2017, or December 2017, when I got out of the military, had a couple grand in my name. That's it. Just turned 26. That is all I had. You can do that working at Target. You can do that working minimum wage. I mean, you have to have decent living conditions, like, where, okay, hey, rent's really cheap here, or you're living with your family, or whatever. A lot of kids nowadays are living with their parents until they're 30. I don't know if I necessarily condone that, but honestly, if you're grinding, if you're doing a business, like if you're selling shit on Etsy, or you're like my friend Nicole, I fucking love her so fucking much. She has a baking business, and she is working this job as just a data input person, sending emails, phone calls, and just working for not just me, but for like 8 other guys at the office as well. She is just absolute maniac, and I love her. And not only is she doing this, 4 or 5 days a week, putting a lot of hours in, she also has a baking business on the side, and it is flourishing. It is. I almost wish. Nicole, if you're watching this, I don't wish this, but I almost wish that there was like, oh man, I need like $5,000 or $10,000, and I'd be like, give me 5% ownership in your company, and just take this money, take it, it's yours, but give me 5% ownership in the company, like, because that is going to be such a huge business one day. I know it. She works so freaking hard. I'm so freaking proud of her. And that's what I love. Like, hustle. We are not on this earth for a long time. We're not. Goes back. I have no idea where my 20s went. I mean, I know where it went. It was in the military for a good deal of it. It was in this business for the other half of it. Yeah, I don't. If you have an idea, go for it. No idea is too crazy or too stupid. If a movie like Sharknado can get made and has like 8 different sequels, your idea is probably not too far off. Now, I don't mean just like, oh yeah, I got this idea, and you kind of mess with it once in a while, but you're out with your friends, you're out doing it. No, like, work it. I put my heart and soul into these 2 businesses. Most of it is just the high risk lending that I do. Most of it's that. Oh my God, it's a puppy. Sorry, you can see up there I have no idea what they're watching, but yeah, and I do it because I want to help animals. I want to make sure those, at the end of the day, doing everything I do so I could help some of these species not go extinct. That's what it's for. Elon Musk can save the planet. He can save humanity. There's so many people trying to help other people, which is great. We need to ensure the survival of our species, but I think there needs to be more people helping animals. When one of those, I forget what it was floods down somewhere, I think it was floods down somewhere, or fires in California, wherever it was, I was like, I asked Reddit, like, what was the best way to help animals down there? And someone commented, like, forget the animals, help humans. But I'm like, all right, I understand what you're saying, but there's so many organizations already helping humans. There's probably a few helping animals, but I want to be one of them. Plus, I was a veterinary assistant for 9 years, so know how to handle animals. I don't know how to handle, like, rescue a human. I'm not All Might saying it's fine now. Why? Because I am here. Sorry, I just love saying that. No. So anyway, that's random video for the day. Rant. I don't know what to call it. But I love you guys. I just want to keep you updated with my life. I don't know what to name this video. I was making Chavez rant. Do not watch. Chavez story time. Do not. I don't know. I love you guys. It means everyone that watches my video. It means a lot. It really does. This is something that I think I could one day monetize, which I kind of already am with Patreon. But if you like something, if you have an absolute passion about something, make a YouTube channel. Make a YouTube channel, because it's gonna, one, allow you for an outlet. It's gonna help you with your public speaking. It's gonna help you not get nervous around other certain things or in front of camera. The only thing, maybe it wastes time. Maybe I never get big. Maybe I never, YouTube never takes off. Maybe one point I lose my Patreon members because they're uninterested anymore. But I behold myself more to other people than I do to myself. Meaning, if I say I'm going to do something for me, yeah, maybe I'll do. Most likely I'll do it, but maybe I won't. But if it's for someone else, no, I have to do it because it's for someone else, and I want them thinking, well of me. But I also don't want to let them down. I don't want to, let them feed into any cynicism, saying like, oh, see, people are going to let you down. No, I do not want to foster that. I do not. I want to inculcate hope and help in everyone, and all you need is love. Like, if there's anything that acid has shown me, all you need is love. We got to love each other. So anyway, guys, that's it. I love you all. I'll upload this later. Salutes. All right, bye.